12 years after leaving the bedside, a nurse admitted she still misses the one-to-one with patients and she'd still make the same choice. She wrote it in a nursing careers forum, answering the question every clinician considering digital health eventually types into a search bar: do you regret leaving? Both halves of her answer are true at once, the missing and the not regretting. Most career advice pretends you have to pick one truth and deny the other. You don't. But hidden inside her answer is the fear that keeps more clinicians stuck than any visa, mortgage, or pension ever has. Today, I want to name that fear properly and show you why the door you're afraid of swings both ways. The fear has a name: the one-way door. On the informatics forums, it comes up in almost identical words every few months. If I leave the bedside, is there no going back? Clinical skills expire. Registration lapses. The identity you spent a decade earning, the one that answers, "What do you do?" without hesitation, starts to dissolve. So many clinicians conclude the safest move is not to move, even when every shift is costing them something they can't easily name. And this is being argued out loud right now. This July, one physician essay argued that good doctors leave when integrity costs them, that burnout is often moral injury. The same month, on the same platform, another physician argued the opposite, that the greatest act of resistance may be refusing to abandon yourself while you stay. I'm not picking a team, because both essays are right about different people. But notice what both sides quietly agree on. The question was never stay or go. The question is, what happens to your purpose either way? And underneath it sits the real fear of this pillar. If I step away from the patient in front of me, does my impact on patients end? Let me tell you where my own answer came from. My bedside years were spent as a charge nurse, floor nurse, and code team nurse across facilities in California. One patient, one family, one crisis at a time. That's where I learned what impact feels like. It has a face, a name, and a hand you can hold. More than a decade after those years ended, I found myself in Huddersfield, leading a greenfield electronic patient record program, converting two culturally different NHS trusts onto a single shared system. Roughly 100 million pounds, around 30 leaders, 150 staff, and 1,600 super users under constant NHS scrutiny. The hardest part wasn't the technology. It was the change management between two organizations that had done things differently for decades. And it was ward nurses and junior doctors, not engineers, who carried that change. In those 2 years, I never once touched a patient. But every patient who came through the doors of either trust was touched by decisions our team made. How observations were recorded, how deteriorating patients were flagged, how a night shift nurse found what she needed at 3 a.m. The nurse in me hadn't gone anywhere. She was simply working at a different magnification. Here is the reframe I wish someone had offered me earlier. Impact is not a location, it's a scale, and you are allowed to change magnification without surrendering your identity. One physician who left clinical work put it beautifully this summer. Medicine stays woven through how you write, advise, and listen. I stopped asking medicine to contain all of myself, they wrote. The industry itself now uses the same language, clinicians and health technology shaping patient outcomes at scale, through safer workflows, better data, and systems that actually serve the people using them. And the door? It swings both ways more often than the fear admits. Nurses in non-clinical roles keep a bedside shift a month. Informatics nurses go back to patient care and bring the system's knowledge with them. Careers in healthcare are not corridors anymore, they are landscapes. But honor the loss too. The one-to-one is real, and if you leave the bedside, you will miss it 12 years on. You may still miss it. Grieve that honestly. Missing something is not evidence you chose wrong. It's evidence the work mattered, which is precisely why you're still here. Foundation 1, magnification, not location. The skills the bedside gave you, noticing deterioration, advocating, translating between worlds, don't expire when the location changes, they rescale. 1-to-1 becomes 1 to 10,000. Your clinical identity travels with you, only the lens changes. Foundation 2, the door swings both ways. Look at what actually happens rather than what the fear predicts. Irish figures reported this June show a majority who leave eventually return. Irish figures reported this June show that while 64% of new doctors don't progress directly into training posts, people come back, people go out again. The door is a hinge, not a lock. Foundation 3, honor the loss. Don't perform certainty you don't feel. You can grieve the one-to-one and still be certain the move was right. Both halves of that nurse's sentence were true at once, remember? Carrying the memory of 3 a.m. on a ward is exactly what makes your judgment valuable in a systems role. The best digital health tools are built by people who remember what that hour feels like. You don't have to resolve stay or go this month. You only have to get honest about your impact. 5 moves for this week. 1, write yourself a legacy letter, 30 minutes, 1 page. What impact have I actually had, and what impact do I still want? It clarifies more than any job board ever will. 2, audit where your energy lands. For 1 week, notice how much of your working effort actually reaches a patient, and how much disappears into workaround and ritual. That gap is not your failure, it's your evidence. 3, test impact at scale without resigning anything. Join the EHR optimization group. Volunteer for the quality improvement project. Put your hand up for the clinical safety review of the next digital rollout. 1 contribution this month that touches more patients than a year of shifts. 4, talk to someone on the other side of the door and someone who came back through it. Both conversations are data. 5, keep 1 clinical thread alive while you decide a monthly bank shift, your registration, a mentoring slot. It keeps the hinge oiled in both directions, and it quiets the fear while you think. Zoom out with me. A career in healthcare now runs 30, 40 years, and almost nobody spends all of them at 1 magnification. Over a 10 or 20-year arc, you might hold a hand, then design the system that protects 10,000 hands. Then come back and teach the people holding them. None of those chapters cancels the others. Legacy in this profession isn't built in 1 location, it's built across the landscape. The bedside taught you what impact feels like 1 patient at a time. Digital health asks what it could feel like 10,000 patients at a time. You're allowed to want both answers because the door you're afraid of swings both ways. If you've left the bedside or come back through the door, tell me in the comments, what do you still miss and what don't you regret? Someone a few steps behind you needs to read it. When you're ready to talk, rodgamble.com is where to find me.